Why are you all hating on Chanel? There's nothing wrong with this holiday 2024 collection, and I'm going to tell you all about why that is today with me, Rebecca. I am an over 20-year veteran of fashion and beauty journalism. I have worked with some of the biggest names in the industry, and I have brought not fit for print beauty right here so that you could have a sort of live digital beauty magazine to go through every day or so here on YouTube. All right, let's get started. First, I want to tell you that my sales associate at Chanel, who I adore, her name is Nazi, and Nazi let me have some of these really cool they're little keychains, but I like to put them on jewelry. So that's a little my suggestion, DIY suggestion. It's a little perfume bottle and a little Chanel snowflake. And I just think if you hang them from a chain, they're kind of cute. They can really make an outfit cute. So that's just my little suggestion, and it was free, so. Okay, so let's talk about what we got here. This is the Chanel Beauty Holiday Collection. I picked up a bunch of things. The illuminating powder, I picked up the face and cheek palette, and I picked up the Rouge Allure, one of the limited edition shades. There's also a liquid eyeliner, a liquid shadow, which was gorgeous. There's a liquid lip. There's some nail polish. Chanel nail polish is always really good. But I picked up some of the biggest, best products, and I'm going to talk to you about them, tell you why I kind of like them, actually, honestly. And we're going to do a demo, which hopefully will give you some ideas if you purchased these items. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I will not be showing you ingredients today because I've decided only to show ingredients when I can get it really verified online and it's easier to read. Taking pictures of the shadowy boxes, I can't do it anymore. I just think it's terrible. So you can give me your feedback on that or go on our Facebook page to talk about that. Okay, I want to start with the first. These are all oversized for holidays, and the first oversized item we're going to talk about is the Diamond Dust Illuminating Powder. This is $95, and it is, as you can tell, an oversized, extra large, frosty glow palette. There's a little bit of an overspray, and I'm going to show you how that works. This is a very glittery product, but like I said, it has an overspray. So what I want to do for you here, I have in the middle intentionally, it's a little bit of a snowflake, kind of like what I have here. I have intentionally worn away the overspray in the middle here so I can show you the difference. And in a few minutes, we're going to take you outside for some swatches in the warm California sunshine, and I'll show you two different ones there too. But here in studio lighting, I want to show you, I'm going to take my finger into the overspray and take my other finger where there's no overspray. This is the overspray finger. This is the no overspray. Overspray, no overspray. To me, no overspray, that would be the middle finger here, is more important because that's really where you're going to get the most wear out of a product. And I don't know if you could see it. The overspray is a lot more glittery. And this one here, which is underneath the overspray, is a lot more of a foiled shade. And then you'll have less glitter. So this isn't as glittery a product as you think it is. And again, we're going to take it outside in a few minutes. The other item, and we all know how good this is. This is the Rouge Allure High Intensity Lip Color. This is a refillable lip product from Chanel that is now released for holiday in some, I think it's actually four different limited edition shades. This is called Rose Boreal 917 that I picked up $58. Interesting that it's called Rose Boreal because Nazi, my sales associate, told me that the whole collection is based on Aurora Borealis and Starry Nights. It's all soft and layerable. So this is a really interesting lip shade. You'll see me try it on in the demo, but I'm wearing it now, and I'll show you that here. It's kind of a opalescent shade. Definitely has some blue in it, some purple, it's a cool pink. It's a really, really pretty, I think, unique shade. And we have that really cool packaging that snaps back in and stays, and again, is indeed refillable. Now, the most controversial I have saved for last, and that is the Enchanted Nights eyeshadow and blush palette. also oversized. This is $88. And this, when I started off with why are you all hating on Chanel, this is the one that I think has gotten a lot of pushback on the brand. Now, we're going to look at it. I'm going to show you why I actually like it. There's one specific reason why I like it that I'm going to show you in a moment. But remember now that Chanel is doing almost monthly, pretty much monthly releases. So not every single release is going to be one you adore. This is true. And I think this one is very holiday. A lot of people are saying too glittery. I want you to remember again that the Diamond Dust Illuminating Powder isn't as glittery as you think. That overspray wears off. This one does have a definite glitter shade. But I'll tell you what's cool about these shades. Yes, it's a blush palette, and I think it works best as a blush palette. I'm wearing it here right now, a little overdone. I'm wearing it as a blush palette because I combined shades. So let's talk about it, okay? I'm going to have something here to clean my hands. I'm going to show you, first of all, just inside here, the first two swatches. Those are our pink and our diamondy. And the diamond one is a kind of a duochrome, or the sparkly one, I should say. That's just one swatch. That's pretty good. We will take them outside in a moment, so don't worry about that. Let me get these two underneath now that I've cleaned off my hands. This is these two. And I'll swatch those right here. Really nice, good, intense shades. But what I wanted to show you is what happens when you kind of mix them. So I'm going to mix those two together. You'll see me do it in the... See what happens? I've created a different shade there. That is the purple and the pink together, and I think that's a pretty blush shade. But I could also, if I wanted to, I could take this pink and this orange and make another shade. There it is right there, and that is also a very pretty blush shade. Now, I have applied it really thickly there, and I don't know if I would just put it on my cheek like that. But you see, it's a little bit, when you combine them, and I think the genius of this on the face, personally, is to combine the shades. I've actually done that on my eyes too, so that it matches the cheeks. And then of course you have this sparkle shade, which you could use if you wanted as a highlighter or anywhere you want on the eyes. So I actually think when we start combining shades that there is a lot of possibility here. Now, as I said, I'm not including ingredients because I would be taking horrible photo blush palette. And again, I did not combine shades. Hip hip hooray here for the 18-month expiration date on these rather than some crazy 6-month thing. We can thank Chanel for at least leaving that nonsense out of things. Speaking of combining shades, that is how I really like personally this collection worn. So we're going to go now to the demo, and I want to show you what I'm going to do with this, and then I want your feedback as well. Let's go right now. Okay, first off, for those of you who are wondering, yesterday I reviewed the new Dolce & Gabbana Full Coverage Foundation, and if you saw that video, I'll put it at the end of this video just in case. It's like 3 shades too light. But I ordered from the brand itself, be careful, and they consider this kind of along the lines of perfume, so there are no returns. So I am wearing it today paired up. A few of you suggested this, but I had the thought of it too. So, you know, if we're all in agreement. I paired it up with the De-Bronzi drops from Drunk Elephant, and I think I probably still need to go a little deeper with it, but it definitely works to deepen it, because this is my foundation now. Too light or not, it's my foundation now. Okay, let's go ahead and start trying this a little bit. I just want to start here with the Rouge Allure High Intensity Lip Color, and this is that shade Rose Borealis, obviously inspired by the Aurora Borealis. This is such a great product from Chanel. First of all, there's so many shades that they do, but also it's so comfortable and yet really packs a punch with the color. And as you can see, this is a deep dark color, but I'm able to apply it very quickly without it kind of needing a lot of care. I mean, it needs a little bit more care than something that doesn't have a lot of color. But even so, there's no lip brushes or any sort of that thing necessary. And I found that even with a lot of the red shades in this particular line from Chanel, and of course it's also refillable. This is really fun because it's kind of an iridescent shade. Okay, I sped that up a little bit. I was just making sure that there weren't any lines or any sort of thing like that. I'd get annoyed when I see that in a lipstick. But that is a very, very pretty color. And as usual, it's got a really cool packaging. Okay, let's start with our Diamond Dust Illuminating Powder. And you saw that and the difference between the overspray and the rest of it. The overspray is basically fairly meaningless to us because it's only going to be the first few uses or so. So let's dig deep and go into the portion of it that has no overspray. And that would be right here. This is a Wayne Goss number 14. And I'm going to put that on here. Now this is, we're going to put blush over it. It's funny. It's probably like a blush topper, but I'm using it as a blush underer. This is glittery. It's for the holidays. It's kind of funny. I was talking to Veronica, who is a member of our community, the other day about glitter. I am told by you guys over and over again how much you dislike glitter, all of you. And yet around the holidays, we tolerate it a lot more. And Veronica and I were talking specifically about that new release coming down the way here from Patrick Ta, which appears to be complete and utter glitter. And yet we're all excited about it, or most of us are. So here's another one. This is a lot of glitter. It's not that it's fallout. It's not that it's sharp. It's just sparkly. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with sparkly. And this would be very pretty on the eyes, especially because it's sparkle without anything that's sharp pieces of sparkle. It's not going to fall in your eyes or interrupt your contacts, from what I can tell. No promises, but you know, it's actually really pretty and it looks like a little angel kiss. It's very holiday appropriate, but if you're really anti-glitter, you're not going to like it. Okay, well, I showed you the way we could take and combine these shades to do something on the cheeks. And we can combine an orange one. I want to combine kind of a purple pink. Purple pink. Let's see. The thing is, when you combine things, you got to kind of remember what you did because we don't want two separate colors. Two separate saturations is one thing. Two separate colors is something entirely different. But I think if you mix them together, I mean, you don't have to mix them together, but if you mix them together, let's see if I got that color correct. I did. You'll get something a little bit more akin to a blush. This is a blush shade. Any of these are blush shades. But if you really, really want something that's blush worthy, I think you combine the two. With me, I did purple and pink, but I could do pink and orange. And I did that two ways. I combined them on the brush, and then I also just tried right now, as you saw while we were chatting, applying one, and then the other on top of it. And I think that worked. I exaggerated it, but I think that actually made a very pretty blush look. I put it on over the glitter because I didn't want so much glitter. I didn't mind if they melded together a little bit. And I think that works. It's a little sparkly, but that's more the illuminating highlighter than it is this palette here. Let's go ahead and try this on eyes. I certainly don't need that Diamond Dust Illuminating Powder because we have some Diamond Dust of our own right here, don't we? Okay, again, I can combine two things. If I want that blush eye look, I can combine two. So let's do it. This is a Rephr brush, I believe. This is a Rephr prototype. Probably been made into a brush at some point. Okay. And I have basically put those together. I got to do it again the right way. Again, so it's the same color on the other eye, which is a bit daunting. You don't want to, I'm trying to do the same eye here. And I think that worked. This is funny because when you look at this, you think this is such an eye palette and not a blush palette. And it's feeling more blush to me now that we did it on the cheeks first. Like, I feel like I'm putting blush now on my eyes. But I think it works. If I weren't sitting here with you guys, trying to just try out these colors. I don't think I would use this orange with the pink and purple, but let's go ahead and try it. Aurora Borealis. Actually, it's reading a bit gold, so it kind of works, but it's odd because it's reading gold with this kind of cool silver. A little strange, but let's try it. It's definitely, my daughter told me that she read that Aurora Borealis is visible right now for many parts in the country where it hasn't been before. I think she read Virginia seeing it. So if you're in the US or anywhere and you don't usually see Aurora Borealis, can you weigh in if you have? It's kind of a timely topic. Okay, what do you think? I mean, I think this is actually quite a cohesive look before you come for Chanel. Let's try this. Okay, what are we going to do here? This is a Rephr number 2 brush, by the way. And I'm going to get this silver on. And I think I'm going to do, I'm sorry, I'm going to be fairly predictable. And I think I'm just going to do the center of the eye, but I'll feed it onto the lid. So I'm going to do the inner corner, I should say, of the eye, and then just a little bit onto the lid itself. It's just going to get too silly if that's on the lid as well. I mean, you know, how much sparkle. And depending upon the party you're going to or your personality, I don't know that you would need all of this sparkle. It's kind of sparkle heavy, but I did want to try all of these shades. And guys, I think it works. Let me just get this out of here. Look, I have definitely been over the top with this. As I said, I am not sure I would use that sparkle that's in the eye and cheek palette, along with the sparkle that's in the Diamond Dust Illuminating Powder, along with this kind of iridescent lipstick. It certainly is a cohesive look, but, you know, we can be a bit too cohesive as well. So I don't know that I would wear it all together. To me, and this is just preference, I'm a little bit more subtle. To me, this lip really stands out. So I would do it with a much more downplayed, you know, rest of my face. And to me, this illuminating highlighter really stands out. So I would do, you know what I'm saying? In other words, all that to say, I would probably only play with one element. But if I were going to a party or the outfit called for it, I could see putting it all together. I'm just saying it's a lot. So as a collection, it's a lot. But I am not hating on it as much as I have seen others dislike this particular Chanel. And I'm not trying to butter up Chanel anyway, because other than my lovely sales associate, they don't know about me. They're Chanel. You know, so I love my sales associate, but they don't know about me. I'm not buttering anyone up, and I purchased all this with my own money. I just think it's actually quite pretty, and the products perform well, and it's fun. It's fun. Why are you all hating on Chanel? I don't understand it. Let me know in the comments. What are your thoughts, guys? Because I'm curious to know. It's not just about me yapping, and I get it if you have a visceral reaction against this collection. I get it. But I want you to talk to me about it because, you know, that's why we're a community, okay? Check below for all the information I can get about where to purchase. This was available online. I don't see it up online now, but I'll update when it becomes available in case you want to grab all or some of it. Also information down below on our Facebook page. I am using that Facebook page more and more to ask you guys questions about how I run this channel. So for instance, today on that Facebook, I put up a question about if you like the new swatches, how you feel about how I post ingredients and things like that. So if you want to weigh in on the inner workings, that Facebook group is a great place. And if you want to speak one-on-one with me in our lives, of course, we have our membership here on YouTube, and you can join that. That one is a little under $5 a month, but we have weekly lives to interact with as well. I'm very heavily community-based, so I love your research. But down below there, not only can you find that, but you can also find info on finding me on Instagram and TikTok, Threads, and all that good stuff. Make sure that you like and that you share, and of course, make sure you're subscribed. I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.